Hello everybody, this is Jeannie T with It's All About Yarn, Knit and Crochet. Today I'm going to show you my WIPs for Wednesday, what I am working on, and a couple of finished projects. So I began another project and it is by the Crochet Crowd, and it is the Study of Rage design. The one they are doing up here is the cotton doily, but I am using blanket yarn and Burnette blanket yarn, and I'm going to make a couple of mats for my bathroom. Saying this, if I use every row in blanket yarn as in this doily, it's going to be too big. So I am just going to, oh, my finger is really big. I'm just going to go to the little scallop edge. Now they do go to blanket yarn in the Study of Rage, and that makes a good size throw. But a throw will be too big, so I will show you what I'm doing. So this is how much I have done so far. With Burnette blanket yarn. And the colorway I am using is Misty Green. It is a 6 bulky, super bulky. And there's a guide here that says you'll get a 10 by 10 block if you use an 8mm. But the pattern calls for a 10mm. And I made a mistake. I don't know why. I just sort of forgot what I was doing, and I went and I used an 8mm, and I did all the way up to here with an 8mm, and it was all wonky. It was too tight. So I had to rip it apart, frog it, and use the 10mm. But look how pretty that is. Now there's some little parts here where he increased 3 stitches at a time, and I just threw it down. But if I put it down for the mat, I'll put these little, they're cute. So wherever he added the 3 stitches, it just makes these little, someone's car alarm is going off, makes these little mounds. So far, this is measuring about 30 inches across already, and I'm only on round maybe 16, I think. No, I'm on round 18. And it's not half done yet, but if it's 30 inches across already, I don't want it to be 60 inches. That would be a size for my bed. I want to be able to put this like in front of my sink in the bathroom, and then make another one for beside my tub. And it's just a nice subtle color. So next, what I want to show you is another project that I am working on. And that is Now this is the one that I started in November. It's not finished yet. It is the Christmas table runner. But I am making it into a wall banner because I am using a number 4 worsted weight, and this is it. So I need to still finish the snowflakes, and there's another section like this to go up at the top. And then I am going to make a envelope border. So I am using a mixture of different 4 weights. I am using Lion Brand Schitt's Creek. I'm using Red Heart Comfort, Mainstays, Burnett, different types. I love the deer section, plum pudding, so for my monthly makes, I'm finishing this up. This should be done soon because the snowflake's half done, and then I just have another border. And I'm also knitting a pair of socks a month or a pair of mittens. And when they're done, I'm picking up projects, some work in progress that I have like a whole bunch of them from last year, and I haven't finished them all. So I'll be finishing one of them every month along with a pair of socks or mittens, because when it comes time around Christmas, I'm always running short. So I'm putting myself on it's just a project to do every month. So here's my socks that I have done for this month, for February. Oh, and this is the back. Look, it's a mosaic overlay. And, oh, I didn't tell you the hook I'm using is size 5. So here's my socks. My February socks are all done. This is a pair for ladies, size 10, and they're done in pink and plum. And I did the top of the foot, the whole foot, all the way around. I did it flat with no seams. But the legs have such a nice stretch. And these are made with 100% wool, pure wool by Briggs & Little. What size needles? Okay, this called for size 5 mm needles, and that's what I used. So that's February socks done. Here is January socks done, which is, I made them different than this pair. I made them with the knit purl ribbing on the top of the foot. And this pair doesn't have the ribbing on top of the foot. And they're all darned. And this tag has been through the wash. I didn't notice when I picked it up that it was like this on the hank. but it's dark gray. I like to put them on, at least for the colors. I do have the other tag with the dark gray. So when I find it, I will put the better tag on it. So another thing I did, it took more than a skein each. This pair took almost 2 skeins because they are size 15 in men's. There's a couple of really big men looking for socks, and I didn't have any, so let's see. Oh, I didn't weigh this pair. Okay, I weighed this pair, and each hank weighed, pardon me, each hank weighed 113 grams. Let's see if I can get that to focus better. 113 grams. And I bought a food scale to weigh my yarn. So I weighed the socks, bundled them all up like this so they sit on, the whole thing will sit on the scale. And they weighed 195 grams. So that was more than 1.5 skeins. So our skeins of, our hanks of yarn here for these socks, it's not mercerized. So it's just rough wool. But they're about $8 for a hank, which isn't bad. So 2 pairs or 2 hanks of yarn for each one of these. This one, I believe I'd use 2 full hanks and a tiny bit more for the bands. So cost would be $16 without time. So I would sell them, give or take, $30, maybe $35 for the really big ones. They take a long time to make. And I have one more thing made, but I haven't darned them in. These are saltwater mittens by Shirley Scott from Newfoundland. She has about 4 or 5 really nice knitting books out with her patterns. It's almost like a knitting Bible. I just love her work. Her books are also, they sell on Amazon, so you can find them there. They're about, the books are about that thick. So look how thick that is. And that's the inside. You can see a little bit of the design on the inside. So that's what that looks like. So I need to darn these in. I'll put that on the darn needle and just weave it through 2 or 3 times, usually about 3. So please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and go back and check out some of my other videos and give me a thumbs up. And if there's anything that you really like on one of my old videos in the past, leave a comment and a thumbs up. So next month I will be making another pair of socks, or maybe a pair of finger or trigger mittens. They are very nice, and they are also made by Shirley Ann Scott. I will leave her link down below, and happy yarning, everybody. Bye.